Found one. So welcome to yet another episode of On the Fly. This time it's gonna be a really on the fly, no flying, but some information on this guy. See the wind? That's gonna be the studio. This is the handy box provided by Vittorazi. The handy box is a box that gives you the availability to buy one product and have maintenance parts or spare parts in case of breakage. So in here there are parts that you need to replace after 25 or 50 hours. So if you're a beginner and you buy this box, it's really worth the money. I've done a quick calculation. We are here in Italy now, in Europe. So this one retails between 140 and 160 euros retail price. In the States,
billions and billions and billions and billions
goes for 200 about. I've done a calculation that if you would buy all the spare parts that is in here separate, you would probably pay between 30 and 50 euros over the price of one of those handy boxes. So it's really smart to buy it. Another thing is, if it's your first time, you buy your paramotor, etc., etc., I would really suggest you to get one of these, because these handy boxes are really useful. If you break a line, like the pull starter, if you need to spark plug, whatever, if you don't know how to do it, there is often someone that knows it. And if you just have the spare parts, many people will help you replace it and you're back flying. And often it can happen. You are at a new location, you want to fly, or a fly-in or an event, and something goes wrong. How much would you pay in order to be able to fly that day? Me personally, I could go like 30-40 euros, just boom, pay someone to fix it. But if you have this one, you don't need to. You have all the spare parts you need, and it's really value for the money. So now let's dive into it and check what's in the box. This is the handy box, Vittorazi motors. Good price, reasonable. Let's see what we have in here. So in here we have sticker pack for the big fans, little booklet in which we have all the spare parts that is displayed in here. Anti-vibration group, ignition group, manual starter, exhaust, aspiration, gasket, various stickers. Yeah, that's all. So this one comes for the Atom80, the Monster engine MY19 and MY20. So when you order it, it's important that you mention for which engine. You're gonna have everything that you need for the maintenance or eventual breakdown in the case of emergency, let's say. This little box is really good. It easily fits underneath the harness, so you can bring it with you. And in here we have silicone fuel tube. If you are in hot places, it dries up, it breaks, whatever, you can change it. You have a cable or a rope for the starter, if you are one of those strong guys breaking it all the time, or if you have bad habits just breaking it. Then spark plug, always good. And once, if you use one of these things, you can easily just reorder it by checking here in the book what you have. Just let's say you use the plastic hooks, 2 pieces, you just order MP055 and you're good to go, it's complete again. So furthermore, you have the copper bushing for the exhaust, the new one, caps, your fuel filter, this little guy, This one is very useful. Every time before you do, when you do your check if the airbox is well fixed, attached to the frame, and if this little rubber is loose. Because after a lot of vibrations, which now should be less, it tend to eat inside and get loose. But this is the new one. It is made, it's said to be made of another silicone rubber, so it should be more long lasting and safer. Then you have those little candies, different nuts and bolts and bits and pieces. Then you have these pegs that goes into the starter. You have the spring. You have these for the exhaust. Man, you have everything. So, as I said before, oh yeah, and also the gaskets. Gaskets for everything, the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Oh, you have the membranes for the carburetor, all the gaskets that you need, rubber sealings, etc. So as I said before, this is a really good kit for beginners to have, but also experienced pilots. Easy to bring, and if I have to say one word about this box, handy. It's really good. So, before the battery ends up, I'm gonna get this one back, put it in my car, underneath the seat, everything, getting ready. Thanks, Vittorazi.
No, I'm gonna go there, okay?
Yeah, don't penetrate too deep.
Wait, I'm gonna record you from here. Where? You from here. Where?
For the best.
You cannot swim.